everybody. Hi, would-be directors in training, future directors. If I seem, oh goodness me, see, it's that lump of hair, it does it every time. Okie dokie, week 3 of your 20 weeks to direct course. Sorry, this one is a couple of days later than normal. It's just been a hugely busy week, which is very exciting because it's only March and we're already snowed under. So goodness me, isn't it going to be an amazing end of this year when we hit those huge sales months? Okay, let's recap. You had some challenges. Did you all last week commit to your own successes? You saw on the group page that I did my success statement, my commitment to succeed. I posted what mine looked like. I hope you all took time, and even if you just put it on the back of a post-it note, you've done something, that you've actually sat down there and said, I commit to being successful. I'm committing to doing this with Scentsy. I'm not going to join every other direct sales company under the sun or go out and get another job without even giving this one a go. So yeah, commit to your success. Have you got your 12-month goal yet? I know some people are still thinking about it. One of the places maybe to look at if you are still looking at your big 12 months, what's going to get me pumped goal, is to look at your why. Why did you join Scentsy in the first place? And maybe your goal and your why are very closely connected still. So have a look, just an idea. And thank you to everybody who's bringing me a weekly update. I'm now starting to get more of them. I don't care if you have twiddled your thumbs all week. Just let me know that you sat there twiddling your thumbs, because then we can have a talk about maybe why you took some time off or what we can do to move your business forward. But the updates are our opportunity to have a one-to-one mentoring session, whether that be by telephone. Yes, we can do telephone, Facebook video chat, Skype, although the Facebook video chat's just the same, or, you know, Messenger, or however you want to do it. Except if it's a personal visit for all our Aussie directors. Might be a bit of a problem. Now. Okie dokie, let's get this moving. We want to celebrate some success. Congratulations to Chrissy Bush. She has got her first consultant to certified. Woohoo! Well done. You are now mentoring other people. So you're just teaching them to do what you've been taught to do. And that is solely the way that this whole business works. So well done. Cheryl had a fantastic week. $600 plus party. 2 parties booked from it. Booking parties from a party is a skill, and maybe Cheryl will share some of her tips on the team page. That would be really helpful, because it's not only me that I want kind of mentoring you guys. I'd love it if you would share your hints and tips and ask each other for help, because you're all going to be directors together, and it's really nice to have people to bounce off. So well done, Cheryl. And she has a potential joiner. And that joiner will be the party hostess. So I really hope that she joins you very soon. And Jodie, well done. Almost 1,000 PRV already, and we're only 2/3 of the way through the month. You are rocking it. All of you other guys, there is not one director here that does not have at least 150 in PRV already in. You guys are doing fantastic. Keep aiming for your 500 PRV. Keep aiming for your recruit, and you will get it. So I'm just so chuffed with all of you. Again though, get these updates into me, because this is my way of finding out what you've done to shout out your successes. Okie dokie. How many of you read chapter 3? Chapter 3, and I've got my notes here in my Scentsy book. How cute. Eliminating self-sabotage. The worst thing you can do when starting a business is just destroy it for yourself. And there are so many ways that we do it. So when you join Scentsy, when you take on new recruits, because this is really where this is going to come in, when you take on a new recruit, one of the first things you should be telling them is you need to give yourself permission to succeed. You need to say, it's okay for me to make money, be successful, have a smile on my face, stay at home with my children and live my life the way I want to live it. Permission to succeed. So, there are many ways that we sabotage our own businesses. Some of them we know we do. Some of them we probably do totally unconsciously. So let's run through them. And I'll give you some examples and some ideas. So, underestimating yourself. I can't think of one of you that has not, at some point with me, underestimated your ability. You all underestimate your ability. So what does it say here? We all have a past. And in our past, we've all had things that have gone wrong. We've all had very, very tough times. We all come with a backstory. Some of them contain tragedy. Some of them just contain incredible bad luck. But all of them contain times where it's just not gone very well for us, because we all learn from mistakes and we all grow from mistakes. Realize that your past is not a burden. To have come through your past, you have certain gifts, be that determination, resilience, empathy, courage, understanding. Going through a tough time teaches you different skills. So you have loads and loads of skills, no matter how rough a time you've had, that you just didn't know you had. And it doesn't take brains, sales or ability or anything to make this business a success either, because everybody thinks, oh, you have to come in with, you know, great sales skills or great recruiting skills or the ability to mentor people. I've never had any training in mentoring, so I don't know how I'm doing, but I'm trying. The biggest thing Mary C in a book says you need to be successful is courage. And that is the courage to just get out there. The courage to put whatever past you've had or whatever bad day, bad experience you've had, put it behind you and just go out there and succeed. The courage to say, I can be successful, I deserve this, I'm worth more. So remember that. You don't have to be, you know, super hot and good looking. You don't have to have all the sales power in the world. You don't have to have an outgoing personality. All you have to have is the courage to get out there and try. The courage to get out there and learn, and the courage to get out there, fail, pick yourself back up again, learn from it, and get moving on. You know, and I think all of us have courage because, you know, if we've had a past, we've all had the courage to get over it and get through it. So use your life experiences to show you that you really have it inside. You've got that ability. Match it with the fire in the belly, and I would say you're like unstoppable. Okay. One thing I will say is life starts at the end of your comfort zone. This is a saying that we've put up so many times on the team page. And, you know, like I remember Natasha, who's on this course, and she was like, she did something that took her well out of her comfort zone and got sales. She contacted some spas and went cold calling, and she made up a letter, and we talked about the ways to do it. And she said she was just completely dreading it, totally out of her comfort zone, didn't want to do it, went out, did it, got sales. And that is the way to build a business. She saw her comfort zone and she just went, right, I'm leaving it. And you know, all of you were capable of doing that. So if you're feeling comfortable, then get off your bum and go and do something that makes you feel deeply uncomfortable. And the sense of success, once you've done it, even if you don't get the correct outcome, is quite frankly amazing. So keep pushing out. Number 2, stop overthinking the challenges. I had a great discussion with Wendy about this the other day. She called me, which was very nice. And we talked about the challenges ahead. And when he was talking about, you know, like, and this is something we've done. Oh, I'm going to, you know, be a superstar director, and I look at them and I think I'm never going to make it, and how do they do it? And we talked. Don't overestimate the challenge ahead of you. Your challenge here, guys, is to become directors. However, The way you do it is by concentrating only on the next promotion above. So you concentrate, if you're certified, on becoming a lead consultant. So know what you need to do to be a lead, work hard to achieve that lead consultancy, do it within a set time frame. Personally, I would say if you want to be a lead consultant, start now. Some of you will achieve it before the end of March. The rest of you should have hit it before the end of April. Lead consultant definitely can be achieved within a month. If you need more help, contact me. Okay? Stop worrying. That's the other thing about overestimating the challenges in life, is that we worry ourselves into a standstill. As Mark Twain said, I've had some really bad times in my life, and some of them actually happened. Now, I am one of the world's greatest worriers. Scott, on the other hand, is one of the world's greatest non-worriers. I swear I worry more because he worries about absolutely nothing. That's my excuse. But the number of times I sit there and go, well, if such and such does this, and then that happens, and then this happens, and I worry myself to a virtual standstill. It is something that I am working on. Do not do this with your Scentsy business. Do not worry about things that just have not happened. Don't worry about, well, what if I don't get the sales? I had one of you guys contact me and say, what happens if I don't get a recruit by the end of the month? Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it when it happens. But if I tell you, well, this is the result of you not getting it, it could become self-fulfilling prophecy. So don't think about those things. Don't worry about those things. Just clear your mind, get on with the stuff, yeah? Another thing about overcoming challenges is, in this business, we're challenged by a lot of negativity from other people. A lot of people will tell you it's a pyramid scheme, you're trading off the backs of others, you know, they could never do it, that we'll look down upon. There's jealousy, negativity, and I would say you are not going to get paid off the opinions of other people. You know, their negativity isn't going to pay the electric bill. Their negativity isn't going to get you on that trip that you wanted, isn't going to get you the lifestyle that you're after. It may be, in certain cases, that you need to move totally away from their negativity. I have to say that I have discovered, as I've progressed within the direct sales, that my circle of friends has developed, and that I am friends with a lot more people with a lot more in common with me. They're all direct sellers because we all want the same thing. We have a certain energy and positivity about us, and we all appreciate what we do, and we all support each other, and no one looks down their nose and is unsupportive, you know? So one of the things is to chop the negativity out. Don't listen to it, and don't let them. Just be blunt, and you know, that's great, that's your opinion, but I'd rather not hear it. You know, this is my job and this is what I choose to do, but you know, can we just keep things positive between us? So don't let them you know, cause you challenges. Mary says here, and I really think this is true, and we're going to come back to this, the qualities that set doers apart from dreamers. We all know loads of dreamers. The world is littered with broken dreams. So what sets us apart as would-be directors and directors is that we have the determination, the discipline, and the drive to go ahead and make things happen. So remember that. Determination, discipline, and drive, and mix that with some courage. I think you've all got that. I've seen that in all of you. That's why you're on this course. Okay. Overloading yourself. Now, again, I would say we're one of the world's greatest people for taking on things that we just shouldn't be doing. Do not overload yourself. The number of hours you put into your business is going to directly correlate to how successful you are, how fast things happen for you. I'm lucky I work this full time. Some of you don't have that advantage. If you don't have that advantage, you must work consistently. So you must do something every single day, whether it be half an hour, whether it be an hour. You must set a time aside for your Scentsy business. Okay? But do not overload yourself. Only do income generating activities. So do not be a busy fool. You know, don't be a busy worker but achieving nothing. Don't be a paper pusher. I'm going to be posting, I'm currently looking at loads of different things, but I'm going to post you some great worksheets and stuff to help you organise your time. And there are loads and loads of talks and other stuff from fellow Scentsy consultants on Google that you guys can go and check out yourself, so you can learn to work your Scentsy business around your life, because that's how it should be. We should be living life and doing Scentsy, not doing Scentsy and then having no life. But the other side of things is we can't be having all life and then just, you know, no Scentsy, because that ain't going to build a business either. So you've got to find the happy balance, and that does take time. Personally, you know, we've just had Thea, so our balance is woo. But, you know, we're taking steps to change things. I'm getting out of my comfort zone and trying to get organised. So there you go. One thing I'm not great at. Okay. Other things to help you have more time. When you are working, unless you are actually doing something on your Facebook page, turn Facebook off. Turn your phone off. Ask your family just to give you however much time quiet space you need. Get rid of all distractions and don't go near your emails, and just concentrate on your task. Now, one of the methods that I do like to use, and I have always done this, is called the Ivy Lee method. And if you go to our website, www.wickfreecandles.net, there is a blog all about the Ivy Lee method which explains it better. So go and have a read of that. But in short, the Ivy Lee method means that you will write down all the tasks that you need to achieve the night before. The reason you do it the night before is because your subconscious often works while you're asleep and allows you to solve problems you'll be coming up to the next day. So it works really, really well. So try and write your list the night before. Then look over your list. You want to pick out income generating activities. So posting on Facebook is not income generating unless it brings you a party, a recruit, a sale. Okay? Faffing around on it doesn't cut the mustard. So, income generating activities, that's making sales, getting recruits, and having parties. It's also not spending hour after hour training and chasing members of your team. We're self-employed, and therefore they have to take some responsibility for their business. So again, remember that, make them go fishing. So, you have your long list of jobs. Look for the income generating ones. Look for those that are going to make you money. Pick the most important one, the one that you think is going to bring you the biggest yield, and put a 1 by the side of it. And then go and find number 2. And work through until you have your whole list numbered. Then the next day, get up, open your list and start at number 1. Now this sounds really simple and you're thinking, duh. But the number of people that have a long list of things to do and start with the easy one and then get bogged down and then end up on Facebook and then there's a phone call and then you're bored and then the sun's shining and then I'll go out for a cup of tea. And the really important income generating one ends up on next day's list and the day after. And then it becomes the elephant in your room because you're like, oh God, I haven't done that one yet, and it becomes pressure. You know, don't do that to yourself. Stay on that income generating activity number 1 until it is finished, even if it takes all day, 2 days, 3 days. Do it until it is done. Then rewrite your list every night, and if you still haven't finished that activity, that's number 1 and number 2. Your priorities may change for the rest of them as things move and change. So try the Ivy Lee method. It is a brilliant way to get organised and to work out what is going to make you money and what's not. Track over time. Use a book like this and write every day. And then, you know, keep a record of what actually resulted from these income generating activities. Did they really work? We do that and it has paid dividends. So that's my great tips. The other, I will say, Mary touches on this. If there are certain things that you can pay somebody else to do to free you up to have more time to work your Scentsy business, do it. One of my dreams is to have my Mrs. Doubtfire to come and do the laundry, to come and clean the house, to take the baby for a couple of hours when she's of an age where I'd want to, you know, have some time to work my Scentsy business around her. I'm working towards that. I will have my Mrs. Doubtfire because I don't like doing those jobs, and she will probably enjoy doing all of those things, and so it's a win-win situation. She gets a job, she gets cash, I get time, I make more cash. Think of all the things in your life where you can contract it out to somebody else and just do it, because all those things you contract out give you time, and time equals money, and there's just no way around it. So I have to say, our Mrs. Doubtfire is actually on our dream board. She's that important to me. And after Mrs. Doubtfire comes a chef. See, I have dreams and then bigger dreams. And you need to have those. You know, they're on my 12-month goal list, you know, a couple of years' time. Okay, number 4 in the things that are going to kill your business. And I'm terrible for this. Being unprepared. I feel quite unprepared today. Now, I've got my sheet of notes and I read it all through before I spoke to you guys, but I'm still referring to it. It's because, you know, my brain's kind of... being unprepared. And by that, I mean being unprepared for your Scentsy business, Scentsy family business. You are constantly representing your business because your business is you and you are your business, because that's the nature of direct sales. Nothing worse than being out, meeting somebody, which we call networking, having an opportunity to introduce what you do, and then all of a sudden like, oh, do you have a card, they say, and you go, no. Well, don't you look like a bozo? You've missed an opportunity potentially for a sale, a party, or a recruit, and you look deeply unprepared. So you've raved about your business and you've not produced anything. Doesn't make a good impression. I happen to have business cards in every single handbag I've got, because you know I've got tons of Grace Adele, and every purse I've got, and all my phone holders, and in the car, and in the backs of jeans, and in coat pockets. And there are still times I arrive and I'm like, oh. So I'm constantly keeping topped up on my business cards. Do that, guys, do that. Do not arrive somewhere with no business cards. You wouldn't go out without your shoes on in the morning. Don't go out without your business cards. Also, make yourself a little pouch pack for the Scentsy family fragrance. Make a pouch pack. So 10 to 15 testers, catalogue, product sheets, because remember, giving out product sheets is cheaper than giving out catalogues, and order forms, because if you're going to meet someone in the street, at the coffee house, you never know where you meet people. They're going to be interested. You want the official forms, because that is your way of saying, I am legit. Okay, so have your pouch party. Put it in your bag, preferably a Grace Adele bag. Now, if you are a fabulous Grace Adele consultant, even better, you get to carry the products you sell, which I just love. Make sure you have a catalogue and product sheets. And personally, I like to have my bag, and then I have a few more clip-ons, phone holder, and sometimes, if I've room, an extra clutch, so I can demonstrate how the product works really super quick. If you have your Grace Adele, and this is a tip from Mandy, who's one of our team, what she does is she puts her fragrance pouch party in the top of her Grace Adele bag. So when she goes to the counter to pay for anything, she pulls out her fragrance party and pops it in front of people, and they see it, and they're like, oh, what's that? That smells lovely. And away you go. Very simple, very clever, and highly effective, and I love it. So do that one. So be prepared. The other thing you should have is your story. We're going to touch on that in the next video, which will be up in a couple of days' time. Okay, so get reading chapter 4, guys. It's all about your story. It is just about the easiest week we're going to do on this. Finally, procrastination. the thief of time, the killer of businesses. Do not put off today what you can do tomorrow. No, do not put off, yeah, is that right? I don't know. That would be an outtake, wouldn't it? Anyhow, you know what I mean. You know when you have to do something, like on your Ivy Lee method, and you go, oh no, I'll do that tomorrow. Oh, I don't want to do that now. We can all be guilty of it. We can be doing things like putting things off, or we can do things like prating about, and I know I keep mentioning Facebook, it's an amazing business tool. However, it's also an amazing waste of time. I saw a great video and it was like your Facebook Live, you know, that video thing, and the guy got his Facebook Live up and then he realised he'd wasted like 29 days of his life on it and threw his computer in the bin, which I thought was hilarious. But it's kind of true. Think how much time you spend on Facebook or Twitter or anything. What is your biggest thing you waste time on? Try and eliminate it. Don't make excuses either. Mary says this and loads of other people, and I really think this is true. You cannot make excuses and money at the same time. It just doesn't happen. If you find yourself making an excuse, check yourself, because you don't want to be hearing these things from your team, and therefore you don't want to be doing them yourself, because they are going to follow what you do. If you're making excuses for not achieving something, just, you know, look at yourself and think, ouch, this isn't good, I need to improve on this. Which is why when you're writing to me and you're telling me you haven't done anything or you haven't got anything planned, don't make any excuses. You can have reasons. Reasons and excuses, I would always argue, are different. So that is pretty much it. Do not procrastinate. Don't underestimate your abilities. Don't overthink everything and think everything is a challenge. What else was there? Don't overload yourself. So find ways to save time and only do the income generating things. Don't be unprepared and do not procrastinate. Super easy. So read Mary's chapter again. She has some great ideas for things that you can implement into your business to improve life. Things like, you know, going mobile and ditching the landline. You know, there's mobile plans like ours that now allows your landline to ring on your mobile. You know, getting a cleaner when we can all afford it, and all these other things. So do those things. Okie dokie. So challenge time, because this one's gone on for a while. I want you guys to all implement your Ivy Lee method this week, and I want to know how is it working for you. Go find the blog on our website. I would like you to read chapter 4 very quickly if possible, because I'm going to have another video up by Monday, I'm hoping, which may be Tuesday Australia time. I want you to look and find other ways to get organised and share them with the team, please, because we have, what, 12 minds in this group, and 12 minds are going to work better than one, and some of you are going to think very much alike and be very alike in your working abilities. So share stuff, bring stuff to the party and help each other out, because as we grow and you grow into directors, you are going to be supporting each other more and more, I would hope, because you're going to be having similar issues. And finally, guys, I know I mentioned this a lot, weekly update. I love hearing what you've been up to. I love hearing about your successes. You know, I'm here to empathise with your problems and offer help and support wherever I can, or, you know, just an understanding shoulder, and occasionally some honesty if I kind of think that maybe you are underestimating yourself, overloading yourself, procrastinating. So I am having an absolute ball working with all of you guys. I want to thank you for the time you are putting in to this course, and for the time you're putting into yourself, but most importantly for the time and energy you are putting into your team, because when you help your team to become certified and move up to become lead by recruiting, you are helping yourself move up that ladder. So keep doing what you're doing, guys. You are rocking it. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and bye for now.